you.
You're welcome.
How many of you used to skip school when you were in high school? We're kindred spirits. This excerpt from Resilient Ruin is from a day when I didn't go to school in the morning, and my good friend Shelby came to get me after lunch. I thought we were going back to school, and we're in the car. Shelby takes 2 old gold filters from a crumpled pack, hands them to me, and hits the accelerator. I punch in the lighter. When it pops out, I hold a cigarette to the orange glow, take a puff and give it back to her. I light the second and draw in, relishing the familiarity of smoke in my lungs. Lately, we've been smoking 2 packs a day apiece. Where are we going? I ask. It's a surprise. She turns on the radio. I thought we were going to school. Why bother now? There's only a couple hours left. The windows are open a crack, so a breeze whips through the car as Shelby blasts down the slush-filled streets and out of town, her red mane flapping as she speeds and slows with the flow of traffic. The temperature has risen to 37 degrees, so melting snow now gives sidewalks and streets a magical sheen. The radio is at full volume, turned to WLS. We sing along to Dusty Springfield's I Only Want to Be With You. Then Simon and Garfunkel's Sounds of Silence fills the car with loneliness. We listen in quiet. I'm relieved when a heaven-sent jingle comes on. The waistband of my skirt is tighter than it was just a few days ago. All my clothes are uncomfortable these days. When we're not dressed for school in our below-the-knee skirts, the jeans Shelby and I wear are so tight, we have to be horizontal to zip them. Sometimes it takes both of us, one squeezing the teeth together, the other pulling the slider up. It's not like I want skin-tight jeans. It's just a mark of pride to fit into the smallest size possible, to pretend the junk food we consume between cigarettes has no effect. I've been packing pounds into my bottom, but holding the line at a size 9. Shelby squeezes into a 7. Not long ago, we were both size 5. I don't know where we're going until I see the mausoleum. A ship in an ocean of green, dappled with gray markers and patches of snow. Shelby drives up to the office, expecting to get a map there, but it's closed. I can't believe she's brought me to Queen of Heaven to visit my father's grave. I told her on November 5th it was the anniversary of his death. The day life as I knew it ended. The day I became a sad, lonesome freak nobody really wants to know. Well, I didn't tell her that part. I said I hadn't been to his grave since the day he was buried, and maybe someday I ought to go. I didn't mention that I count every holiday from the day he died. Like Thanksgiving this year was the 6th without him. Shelby and I meander, eyes cast down. If my stepmom had popped for a headstone instead of some little plaque flat on the ground, his grave would be easier to find, I say. Yeah, that would have been good. She used to say she fell in love with Daddy at first sight. She knew right then he was the one. It didn't matter that he had 3 kids. Well, I guess it didn't matter. It's better than it stopped me cold. Except, if we'd put her off, maybe she wouldn't have married him. Maybe he would have married somebody nicer, or nobody at all. She says Kathy, Mary Ruth, and I drove our mother to kill herself, and we killed him too. But maybe marrying her is what did him in. That's heavy, Laura. Yeah, well, that's me. I look up at the cloudy sky. Last time I was here, I shivered with my sisters under an umbrella. Raindrops splattered on the coffin as it inched down. Nearby, evergreens swayed. Thinking of this, I feel as though a monster from another dimension is poisoning me like an octopus spurting ink to blind its predators. What are you doing? Shelby steps beside me. The monster recedes. Just looking around. In the distance, I spy a stand of evergreens. I know where the grave is, and I run toward the trees.